who you're messing with? Do you know who you're messing with?
ECSports, what's happening, y'all?
Episode, I don't know.
Right.
New show ready to go.
Back at it again.
What we got today?
Man.
What you want to talk about? The bet first, or you want to go last?
You know what? Let's get the bet over with, man. Let's get the bet over with. You guys have been watching this show. You've been following along. This is a hard weekend for me.
I got my shirt on, so I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
My 81 shirt.
It was a rough weekend. It's okay, though. We fine. See, Dion, he played the bet perfectly, right? He was in a win-win situation.
How?
Either he was going to have $25 or Kawhi was going to play on the team that he likes. So,
yeah.
At the end of the day, like, you know, you were like, all right, Dion, would you pay $25 to see Kawhi and the Lakers? Yeah. Right? Would you interview him with the Lakers jersey? So, yes, Dion won the bet. He is officially up 2-1.
Is it 2-1?
2-1.
It should be 3-1.
It should be. We had to disqualify.
He used some of his propaganda.
Qualifiers.
He used some of his propaganda on a bet. Well, if you really look at the articles of the bet.
Yeah, right. The fine print.
Yeah.
The fine print.
So,
but yeah.
Sorry if there's a glare, but we're obviously at the
outside. You know what? I think we got some camera work that fixes all that.
Oh,
yeah. I think we're
on
good.
The Apple today.
Yeah. But yeah, you know, Dion got his bet. Is there anything in mind that you have right now, or shall we just continue on with the show?
I'm sure some will come up.
Some will come up.
Yeah.
Yep.
I always don't mind taking your money. So what are the topics for today?
Well, I mean, that leads perfectly into our first reoccurring segment. You have a I Told You So by factor of winning this bet.
That is definitely my I Told You So. I actually hashtagged that in my story to you, and you said you didn't like the game you didn't like the segment that you pretty much created.
Yeah.
So
not
there's going to
anymore.
be a lot of I Told You So's. There's going to be a lot of I Told You So's on basketball.
Yep.
Fantasy football.
Refresh the people. Your I Told You So.
When? Last week?
No, for the bet win.
Well,
we're just going to get the sponsored segment. You have floor is yours. Your I Told You So.
I told you that Kawhi was going to stay home, and he wanted to play for a team with a reputable coach. Wow. Reputable coach. He didn't want to be dragging the Kings' coattails.
That's fair.
He just won a championship with a bunch of garbage can bags. No offense.
No offense, but who was star number 2?
Yeah, hard to do. So I told you that he would pick the Clippers because it's a win-win for him.
Yeah.
He's not gonna be in the glitz glamour. He's gonna be the other team in LA, and they're gonna open some eyes. And obviously, you know, he brought his boy with him. Nobody saw that coming.
Crazy, dog. Crazy. Is Paul George weak for that?
Yeah. No.
Paul George not weak for that?
I just think both of them.
He bitched his way out of 2 franchises in 3 years.
But I don't think it was I think it was a franchise thing because now we're at this situation where Russell doesn't want to be there.
That's very
so
true.
Maybe it's
finally we're saying maybe it's OKC.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the franchise and not the players.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not KD's fault.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, you got a small market. And then if that franchise isn't awesome or the player isn't comfortable there.
Even when they are awesome, D, they penny pinch. They don't ever want to go over the luxury tax.
Look what they did
Every year they're trying to get under the luxury tax.
So, and there you have it. Now they are most likely going to be without any superstars, and Steven Adams will be their face.
I mean, you got to tear the whole franchise down, right? Get as many assets as you can at that point. No one's staying. Yeah. Steven Adams, sir, you might be. But did you hear that Westbrook is reportedly wants to go with Adams? They want to go together. All right, I'm all about players taking control of their future, but wait a second. Now you talking about, oh, you got to trade both of us, or you gonna trade me?
Now it's like getting to the point where Adam Silver had mentioned it as well, where players are kind of taking over.
Yeah, great point.
And they're going to have to do something to not really take all control back
right.
away, but they're gonna have to do something.
He tiptoed around that, right? From saying
he pretty much said these motherfuckers do whatever they want, and we got to do something about it.
Right.
So
we write they
look
checks
for
and
the
they
NBA,
running us.
Yeah, look for the NBA to do something in reference to all of this. You can't stop anybody.
They tried giving them more. They tried giving the players more money in the Supermax.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you offer someone to stay with a small market that drafted you after 5 years and 7 years and 10 years, this is like this is 190, 200, 250. They don't care.
They make so much now, like
on and off court, especially off court.
Yeah,
Kawhi said
that.
I bet New Balance got him straight for life.
Derrick Rose set with Adidas. He don't need these contracts.
Exhibit number 8, Chicago.
That's why when they say, "Oh, you gonna walk away from all that money?" Yeah, because he got all that. He has. It's the NBA players, those max type dudes. That money is
secondary income.
It's not my money. I'm not trying to say what it is, but honestly, that money is so just everywhere. It's lifetime after lifetime. So,
what's LeBron's Space Jam check, you think? Come on. What's LeBron's Space Jam check?
Now already you're in the 10 millions. Already, we're talking about the sales.
That's 20% of the league that makes it 10 million or less, if I had to just guess.
Think about it. Like, they giving bums money. So
we have our Bucket Boy segment.
When you're saying, oh, 100 and he gonna walk away from 15 million? Yeah. Honestly, that's like 15,000 of these dudes.
You gonna walk away for 40 million? Kawhi said yeah. Paul George said yeah. Everybody that's asked to trade in the last 3 years says yeah.
Guaranteed. It's not like they're in the NFL, man. Everybody just forgets that. So keep believing that these players, now there's going to be certain players like Carmelo, who's not in the league, that are going to, bag chase. And there's some dudes right now, like I believe that'll bag chase, but it's just so much money, man. You got to try.
Andrew Wiggins is going to be a bag chaser.
Yeah,
he doesn't want to win. He just wants his checks. Somebody said that Andrew Wiggins acts like his mama told him, you either going to play basketball or get a real job. Yeah. That's how he approaches the game.
Yeah, he's very
like
I think we can call him a
do it. He's a bucket boy.
He's a bucket boy.
And we know it. And you guys know it too. I mean,
he's a busted boy.
Went number 1 and never was heard from again in Minnesota. Like, low-key, Karl Anthony Towns is a very talented dude too. But he, like...
It's your cousin, right?
Why?
Look just alike.
You think so, Cat? The nice lighter-skinned black guys. Really. Have
very nice. But,
nice
I mean,
guy.
I just don't think that...
the money means
a lot to certain players.
So, yes, preach on that. That's
still
livelihood
everything
for a lot of them.
So, I mean, what do we have next?
Yeah. All right. So we need to react real quick to the Bones fight. And I caught the highlights of it, and it was mostly a lot of Santos throws. Like, granted, Bones looked like he was, countering and dodging a lot of those punches. And you look at the land percentages.
Yeah.
Bones threw less, but his percentage was way higher.
It didn't look like a John Bones Jones fight. However, did you see that Santos tore his ACL, his MCL, his PCL, and his meniscus?
Well, get well soon, man. But they already say, hey, he done for the year. He don't look nowhere for him in the next 12 months. All right? And that's the crazy shit about fighting, man. You want to talk about people and their livelihoods. The NBA, right, you running up and down the court and shooting a basketball. You come to the MMA, if you don't succeed at your job, you could very well also be in the hospital.
Yeah.
And got to pay for your bit. I'm sure they have insurance on their bodies, right? But this man's going to be, out of fight opportunities for a year at least.
And he was swinging that leg like it was crazy.
Yeah.
Like you could see the tear, and it was like, wow.
You said ACL, MCL,
PCL, and the meniscus.
Come on, man. That's your knee.
Yes,
that's your knee.
He's done. I mean, who's gonna want to kick after all of that?
Come on, right? Right. That's like Paul George breaking his leg. Now all of a sudden, I'm gonna go into MMA.
Yeah, it took him like a
year
and a half.
Gordon Hayward's not the same person anymore. And they're just playing basketball.
All of that takes 2 years at least. Paul George showed that it took 2 years. Now, it took him 2 years, 3 years possibly, but he was an MVP.
Yeah.
Top 3. So you can come back. I am anxious to see a legitimate Achilles tear come back. I mean, I feel right now Kobe is the best one that I've seen so far, but he was at the latter stages.
Yeah.
I would have liked to see him. I mean, obviously, I didn't want to see him in his prime do that. Oh, I love this. This is nice.
Yeah, this is a good breeze.
But I want to see what happens with KD. I want to see what happens with Boogie. I mean, we're going to be able to see Boogie this year. I mean,
Year
he tore
2.
his freaking quad and his. So he's got a lot of summer work to do because he was pretty much the best big man in the league about 2 years ago.
This wasn't planned, but can I just throw this in? Speaking of big men, have you seen Zion Williamson?
Yeah, I saw your post saying he looks like a defensive end.
I'm just asking. I know, trust me, I'm not the college basketball aficionado. I'm just saying, my man's a little shrimp etouffeed up, no? I want to see it. I want to see it in the league, and I want to see him dominate, but he's out for the summer league with a tweaked knee.
Are you believing that his weight is a cause for his issue? Because he was dominating in the only game he played.
Yes,
So,
with great weight comes great responsibility. He better be in the best goddamn shape for that weight in his life.
I'm not LeBron, but
right.
LeBron was a big kid coming out too, but LeBron was really in shape.
And Zion can chisel it. He has all the resources in the world to come out looking. We saw Julius Randle shed all of his baby fat. I'm not doubting Zion's ability. I'm just saying it's right. I mean, ACL tear before, then he got all ripped up and stuff, and then ACL tear after. But at least he got into shape, right? Yeah. He prolonged his career as much as possible.
Bynum had a good 3-4 years.
Yes, Bynum. Orlando still thought they had something when they traded for him.
I thought it was Philly.
He didn't go to. Did they send him back up to Philly? I thought Philly was after Orlando, or did he never?
I thought he went to Philly.
Oh man, I need to pull up the stat.
Here we go with Laker.
Yeah,
Laker propaganda.
It's a short-term amnesia is what the people are saying. But yeah, I mean, I guess this segment ended up being about player health, from Santos to the time it's going to take for him to come back, from players like Kawhi and Paul George and Anthony Davis and Boogie.
If everybody went by Kawhi's standards, they would. I think moving forward,
he's got the plan.
Have a lot of players don't come back when they probably should, because they're on a Kawhi plan.
And you said this before with D Rose about coming back a little too quick.
He came too quick. Pause. He tried his best to please Chicago. That's why he's in Detroit right now. He got a 2-year deal. That's what he wanted. He wants to be the 6th man of the year. He's gonna come off the bench behind a bum whose spot he might take in Reggie Jackson, in my opinion. I still think Derek right now is a better player.
Reggie Jackson was such an annoying player.
Okay,
and he went up to die. He
thought he was James Harden.
I need my own team. Talk about people OKC trading. That's the only one they got right.
You're a bum, bro.
Come on,
Derrick Rose, I'll put that out here right now. I wouldn't be surprised Derrick Rose take his spot.
We cheer. We hoping for it, man.
If Derrick Rose is healthy, he taking Reggie Jackson's spot. I forgot who their coach is.
Well, did you?
Chain, what's his name? The coach of the year.
Detroit. Yeah, right. My boy who came straight from Toronto, and then they still congratulated him.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I got you. We'll just pop up people's faces in between
that guy.
But let's. Speaking of which, connection Detroit and Derrick Rose, they're saying Detroit might go all in for Westbrook. What does that do up there with Blake Griffin?
What a lot of people forget is it's not about the team no more. If you bring that type of player in there, it just turns the team around.
Right, you just do it.
Nobody's talking shit about Brooklyn no more. Brooklyn was a shit stain of the league.
Laughing stock.
Now they're pretty much echelon. Even right now without KD, they're going to be in the playoffs.
Man, they went to the playoffs last year, and
then they add probably a top 3 best point guard in the league.
Yep.
Minus his attitude, hopefully.
What if Kyrie does it, man? Do you think he's going to add 2 chains?
DeAndre Jordan ain't no freaking pushover either.
No,
at the center.
he has value.
Good center. He might be able to. He can play power forward, but they got a good center, don't they?
Yeah. No, we talked about him earlier in the Afro boy.
Yeah.
Good defensive. Him.
Allen.
Yes.
Sherman. Yeah, him.
So
didn't Jared Dudley go to the Lakers?
Yeah, man.
He's picking up everything. Oh, you know what? Give me that. Let me get that apple. Latest in the fruit store.
Cal Corbin, you out there?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Brody, come on over. Come on. No, we saw you. Like, yeah.
Lance isn't on the team, is he?
Not yet, but they just said that Frank Vogel went to his workout yesterday. Oh boy. I mean, I don't hate Lance. No. He's a character. He's a style of basketball that people are trying to squeeze out the league. Mm-hmm. And he's still a reminder that is still a style of game to play. Yeah. Lance is just a little bit more erratic with it. And if those shots go in, you think he preach.
He gets in dudes' heads. He's like the modern day Metta World Peace. So,
yep, man,
just without the rings,
right? Unfortunately, home run derby. Quickly touch on that. Was a really, really exciting event for.
How do you hit that many home runs in a derby?
Man, that's a young boy, Vlad Jr. Dion, what was you doing at 20? What you doing at 20? How long you going? Yeah. Pause.
Yeah.
I was Jock a young boy too.
In the 90s.
Right. Set the record and shout out old boy from the Mets who but we all knew once they had that swing off and 2-3 swing sudden deaths or whatever they called it, it was like, all right. He's a little tapped out.
Participate, did he?
No.
I don't recall.
Nope. Did you catch the All-Star game at all?
No.
Man, neither did I.
How did the Cubs do?
I heard not great. I heard they went 0 for the game. So
great.
I'm giving
pretty much just a carryover from the season.
Man. Do you
Ouch.
Second half? Are you just like?
No, they're gonna do it.
Are they gonna bounce back? Yeah, that's my question. Are the Cubs gonna bounce back?
The Cubs do. They're gonna bounce back. They're gonna get in the playoffs. Do what they have to do.
You think we're getting a big splash? You think Theo's like? We've seen Theo looks a little pissed off.
Yeah,
he looks a little not happy.
He might be doing a little something just
behind the scenes. But the Cubs played poor all summer, and didn't go out and get any of the stars. Granted, Bryce Harper is not in year one living up to that contract in Philadelphia. And Manny Machado is on a losing baseball team.
Yeah.
But then they turn around and go and get Kimbrel, right? But they're still losing baseball games. Kimbrel already blew a save, right? Are you going to go out and go get a big boy starter? Ooh. Don't know if you checked recently. The Cubs have been doing a lot of trading of their farm system. Yeah. It's not like we have a top 10 farm system in the game anymore. Guess what? All those players, we traded to get the people inside right now. And the Cubs are kind of looking around, and somehow they still stumbled their way into first place in the Central. But that's because Milwaukee, as we know, you want to talk about the bucket, that's a whole bucket team right there. I don't care how far they get.
They're terrible.
They're not going to do shit because they ain't shit because they up there and they're playing baseball in Milwaukee.
They got the MVP.
Shout out people from Milwaukee.
Christian Yelich.
But I don't care. Hey, shout out Christian Yelich. Again, I think I have a question that I want to bring from the Twitter sphere and get your opinion. I want can we do a Uncle Dion's wisdom for a second?
Okay.
Uncle Dion, can you be a shit talker and not be a hater?
And not be a hater?
And not be a hater. Yeah. Can you talk shit and still not be a hater?
That is very much so possible.
Right?
Yeah.
So you can.
Why is that impossible? I can name a lot of players that talked a lot of. Now, Mike actually was a hater. If you look at
the pettiness,
that he did.
With pettiness comes hate.
Yes,
those are tied.
I don't believe Floyd hated on an opponent at least.
Floyd cares too much about himself to be a hater.
And he talks a lot.
And he talks a lot of shit, right? So.
There you go. So I mean, I can throw out a lot. Obi talked a bunch,
right?
And mean, he was hating on Dwight Howard for coming at him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wouldn't want Dwight Howard coming. You see that? Oh yeah, you saw that picture. But yeah, you can actually for sure
Be a hater.
Be a shit talker and not a hater.
Right.
Why do you ask?
I asked that because you look out into the age of social media and how much people communicate with each other, and I'm starting to see these days a lot of people getting in their feelings about stuff that don't necessarily concern them directly. AKA, you talk shit about a team that you don't like, right? You can do that. This is a free country, right? And still not be a hater about somebody individually who likes that team. I.e., I'm anti-Celtics all day. Anytime there's some Celtics slander, I'm walking through the door, right? I'm in it. But I like Kemba as a player. I like Jason Tatum. And I like, that's about it. So I just wanted to get your opinion on, can someone still talk their truth in peace without be considered a hater? I think we had a couple shows ago, you know, Dion, you got a little fired up. We talked about a couple of players. There was, you know, a little shit talking. But that happened because they got knocked out the playoffs.
I wasn't hating. I was just stating facts.
Right.
James Harden, Damian Lillard. Those are just facts. Dame Dollar.
I'm going to reverse that about 9 times.
Bearded bum bitch. And yeah, I was just stating facts. Now, a lot of people hate the truth. But if you're stating facts, they go to the playoffs and then they just fall short. And then, honestly, after I stated that about James Harden, everything hit the media about how that team doesn't want to be together. So
how convenient.
Not hating.
We have the platform to share opinions with, you know, the audience.
Yes.
Y'all not having similar conversations in your domains.
Yeah. Just say it. I mean, I'd rather just say it and
speak your truth.
You know, there's always going to be a situation where if you keep doing what you're supposed to do and striving to get to where you want to be, hopefully or hopefully not, somebody might see what the hell you're talking about. So you better be ready to back it up. Chris Broussard.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
You're going to step out on that ledge. you're going to put yourself out in front of the firing squad.
I could have kept saying, Kawhi, fuck dude. No, I was like, you know what? Humble. Dude, your name is Mr. Leonard, and I apologize.
And then turned out to be a kingpin.
Yeah.
Turned out to be a kingpin when it was all said and done. You don't want to be always, don't have an opinion. That's fine. State your truth, state what you think, but also be open to developing that thought process
you
too.
Better have some facts when you
and back that shit up, right?
You know, because there's players that, you know, I love Kyrie's game, but I kind of believe he's an asshole.
Right.
I'm not hating.
Both things can be true.
You know, there's some people think Kevin Durant's an asshole. Personally, when I interviewed him, he wasn't. That doesn't mean he's not an asshole. I'm just saying, people think this guy's an asshole. Interviewed him 4 or 5 times in his career,
and people
actually
worship
way more than
him.
that. And he's a god,
basketball god, man.
Basketball god, because you know things happen that way. So it's all about how you handle situations.
Yep.
As your life progresses, especially in the sporting world. But we got about less than 5 minutes.
I was gonna talk. But speaking of truths, that was gonna be my segue. This is gonna be our first year, my brother, of fantasy football.
$50 buy-in. I mean,
I got some truths I want to share with you. I got some shit talking that I need to share with y'all. Danny, shout out to you, my brother. We see you out there in the Bay Area.
Screw you, Danny.
I appreciate the
win.
California economy.
I just did what I had to do last year and won. I just
helping out my pockets. Danny, your 50 is very appreciated. Dion, your 50 is going to be appreciated. I hate to take two 50s out of your household's mouth.
With 50? See, we got to talk to. I'm good with 100. You know what I'm saying?
What's up?
I'm good with 100.
What's up?
That's
I'm Martin right now. What's good? What's up?
No, I can find some dudes that got 100. That'll be. You know how fun that'll be.
Man, you want to talk about
$800?
You want to do winner take all? You're not gonna get as many participants.
Oh, yeah,
if just
right.
one per
What, 3?
Yeah. Just top 3. The
right,
third gets their money back.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
We
makes
get 10
sense.
people. That's a G up.
I don't
Somebody
wanna
get
do
100.
10 is not fun.
Oh, okay. So you bringing it down.
I told you.
Yeah,
We did 8 last year and it was fun. 8 makes you work. Okay? If you know football right now, 8 will make you work. It's not like 5 years ago, where 8 you just had an all-star team. There was some teams, and Danny will tell you, with 8, where you had to do some research.
Yeah.
You had to know football. So if we did 100, and I'm just guessing, if we do 4,
what's
we
the
do
roster
50,
spots? How many spots you got open? Like
16.
16.
If we do 50, it has to be winner take all, bro. It was winner take all last year.
Yeah, well, I think you could get people buying in. Right, just do top 3.
8, you could do what? 6?
Oh.
Wait, 6, 2. No, 6.
Oh,
no.
we doing math?
5.
I'm about to have some math numbers floating around
5,
our heads.
2, like you said. 5 first, 2 second.
Yeah.
Your money back third.
Man, because that, people gonna be hyped to get second,
That
but
is true.
But
I just don't want it to get to the point where I'm fine. I get $200.
Right.
I double my money.
That's fair.
That's what I'm be saying.
So I think it should go up more for first, and second should just.
But you're saying get your money back at third.
Yeah. Now but 8 people, 10 people, I think
8.
that made sense. But now 8 people, we'll get the logistics down. We'll share them with y'all. It is July the 10th, right? We got a little bit of time, but now we're gonna ramp up on our football talks, guys. Now here we go, Bears season.
See how Mitchie T is doing.
Last time we talked about the Bears, we talked about their schedule, and you were pretty hyped about them, being good. Then we ran through. Bears still got a second half of the season that they gonna have to fight.
Yeah,
we gonna be rooting. We think they got a chance to be special.
9-7,
Yes.
It's gonna be tough.
Vegas put them at 9.5 wins, or not about 9.5 wins, and I think that's about accurate. That's so
because we were like, get the fuck out of here, Vegas.
You're right.
We were like,
they hating on Chicago once again.
Holy shit, wait,
what is that? The
wait,
Rams,
what?
And then
the Patriots again.
Right. Then the Packers. Wait, then we got to play the Saints. Wait a second. Why we got to play the Saints next? I ain't scared of them. Yeah. I ain't scared of no Saints. But, that's 3 weeks in a row. You got to be on your tippy. And we know about football.
I mean, Cleveland.
Yeah, we do have Cleveland.
Cleveland ain't
no joke.
No more.
Most entertaining squad in the league.
So there you have it. I'm looking forward to figuring out this football thing. Because I wanted you to see, like, second place, get in there. They're just going to be I double my money.
Yeah. Yeah, let's talk. Let's throw it in the group chat. Let's get it figured out. You know what we're going to do? We're going to put the fantasy stats at the bottom for us. So when we recap on the weeks, we say, and then we'll do the standings. Yeah, we're going to be real official with y'all coming up. Hope y'all like the next episode. ECSports.
Bye-bye.
We out here.